Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Anne, for sort of bringing us together. Let me remind you why we are here. I'm so delighted to have this venue because I think we need some time together for letting us motivate and inspirational thoughts. I mean, let's have some key notes working for us today because we need to interact. It's not like we are a broadcasting television program going this way and then we have a digital platform going that way. We have to merge and be the best of ourselves. So let's welcome our first guest on stage today. He is from the Lego Group. I mean, most of you know the Lego figures. It's a family-driven company that's 90 years old, so it's not new, but it still is going strong on the market, even though we are in a new world of digitalized products. So let me welcome Jonas Skovkonge. Please join me here on stage, Jonas.
Thank you.
Jonas, I have to ask you before I let you go on the stage, why do you think we need this platform, this venue today?
I think we need it because we need to work together. One of the most important things when you get ideas is that you can actually execute them. And with tech, we can do it so much faster and so much better. And when we collaborate on things, we can do it even better and even faster and even smarter. And you can't know everything yourself.
Okay, Jonas, the stage is yours. Off you go.
Thank you. So, welcome. First of all, glad to see so many people here, and I hope that you'll enjoy the presentation. I think the key takeaways from this will be it's all about the ideas and also what it means to be a value-driven company. So what I'll be talking into is who we are, what we stand for, and of course, where I'm working, my part of the business, which is the Lego agency. So that's where we truly believe that we get all the best ideas. So to begin with, who we are as a company. As has just been said, we're family-owned, which means that the company was actually started in 1932. And most of you Danes know that Lego is a shortage of play well, like God. We actually were awarded the company with the best reputation in the world. We are now in 111 countries, and I've got more than 27,000 colleagues around the world. Just to give a perspective, when I started at the Lego Group 15 years ago, we were 4,000. So it's quite a journey just for 15 years for a company. And what I'm most proud of, actually, by working at the Lego Group is that we are 25% of the company is owned by the Lego Foundation, which means that 25% of our products goes back to society in different initiatives. But let's start with just a small video about those 90 years that has passed. See you. No, I'll talk into a bit of the things that you saw in the video that I find important. And today, not just to be bragging, but we are a big company today, a worldwide company, which means that we've got offices around the world. A lot of factories, and actually the reason for having factories around the world is that we don't want to ship goods around. That's simply not sustainable. We today have a lot of sales offices around the world, and one of the things that I think that we have really succeeded with is our Lego branded stores. We've now got over 900, and just 6-7 years ago we were actually thinking about if it actually made sense to have these stores. But what we've realized is that it's the best window to actually showcase your products and do it in an environment that you are actually in control of, which means we can also use these environments to test out new techs, to test out new ways to communicate, and things like that, where it becomes more of an experience than actually just pushing products in store like we normally see. And when we see kids playing with our products and they get them in their hands, everything's perfect. So what do we actually stand for? So I will really just take a few slides just to talk about why we're here, because I truly believe that the reason that we are a success right now is because we always go back to our mission, vision, and belief. So we truly, fundamentally believe that children are role models, because children are creative, they're imaginative, they've got this natural hands-on approach to things. Nothing is dangerous, nothing is scary, we just want to try it out. And sometimes we don't even know what's going to happen, but we want to try it out, right? And we really want these children to keep on having that mindset for the rest of their lives. The way things are changing today, it's really important. So that is really our true belief. So it is our mission to inspire and develop the children of tomorrow. We truly believe that when children play, they learn. And they learn skills that they'll need for the rest of their lives. So we really want to promote and help develop all children's ability to use playful learning to gain new skills and use them to actually succeed and fulfill their full potential. So that leads us to our vision as it stands today, and that is to become a global force for learning through play, taking an active position in learning 21st century skills. I'll not go into the details with these skills, but it is about problem solving, it is creativity, it is critical thinking, it is learning to communicate, it is learning to collaborate. So that's what we really want to be sure that we are inspiring in our products, in the way that we do things. We, of course, also, when we talk about all of this with children being our role models and stuff, means that we also have to talk to the children. We also have to listen to the parents. We have to know what's going on the outside. So last year we did a study with 30,000 parents and kids around the world. And I think the key takeaways from that study was that 90% of parents actually truly believe that play helped their child develop. And 95% actually realized that playing together and being together made them stay sane during COVID and lockdowns. Last but definitely not least, 84% of all children actually just want to play more. And it's quite interesting that we have built a society where we think that play and learning is two different things, when in fact it's the same. So, when we are saying all of these things, that also gives you a responsibility. If you say that children are your role model, you need to listen to them, right? So what started happening just a few years ago was we started getting letters from children talking about diversity. So when my cousin is playing with Lego, he wants himself represented. In my Lego sets, they're all boys. Girls can do amazing things too. Please change it. A lot of people are black, but not a lot of minifigures are. And last but not least, even though there are girls in your movies, they're not very powerful. I think that if you want to be a responsible company, you need to listen to these voices. It's important for us that play is for everybody. Learning to play is for everybody, no matter what gender you have. So how do you actually take these lines and incorporate them into your company and into your ways of doing things? I think this small video actually shows quite well how to showcase that we're all the same, but at the same time different.
There are people who believe that unicorns don't exist, that they're just a myth. They're wrong, so wrong, because in this world, there are as many unicorns as people. You see? Unicorn here, there, and another one. Unicorn, 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 popcorn, unicorn. What color are they? Are they tall, short? Are they on wheels or wings? Well, in this world, you decide. The thing is, they're shy, so they're usually hidden, but they're always there. In fact, unicorns are just the beginning of what you can find in this world. Their world.
So I think this shows very well that we all know what a unicorn is, right? Even though we haven't seen one. And they can be so different, and it's the same thing with humans. But we can't talk about change without talking about what's going on in the world, how COVID hit, how we've seen wars started, energy crisis, things like that makes the world more and more uncertain, which means that we, as a company, are really working on how can we ensure that our, not just customers and consumers, but actually how do you ensure that your staff, your colleagues, stay mentally safe in an environment that keeps on changing and keeps on being more and more uncertain. I'm not going to talk more into it, but just walk down the hall and talk to 4 or 5 colleagues about how AI is changing things. You get so many different perspectives, so many people who get scared, frustrated. People think it's just the best thing in the world, but how do we actually ensure that we get that resilience when we're working with uncertainty? That means that we need to help our employees to be sure that they've got good mental health and they feel safe in change. So what we actually did to succeed together was we invented what we call the Leadership Playground, which is actually a network, a safe place where people can talk about things, change things, come up with their opinion, concerns, be listened to, learn to have new tools to actually thrive and be in an emotional balance. Because it's not just one thing that makes you stressed, it's a lot of things out there that makes us stressed. But if we can openly talk about it and we feel safe in the work environment, it's easier for us to cope with all of these things. Which leads us back to the feeling that we want people to have when working with the Lego Group. We want them to feel that they can be curious. We want them to feel that they can be focused. We want to feel that we empower them to be brave and make bold decisions. So how does it actually feel working for the Lego Group?
What it's like to work for the Lego Group in 3 words, it would definitely be fun.
It's been a fun journey.
Fun would be in there, definitely. It is fun.
I try to laugh at least once every day, otherwise it's a problem.
To work at Lego Group makes me feel really proud. It gives me a lot of meaning and it's very rewarding.
It will be creativity.
Creative.
But challenging as well.
And exciting.
It is about caring for the people, both the people that you work with, but also the people that we make the toys for.
And unexpected. You never really know what's going to hit you day to day working at Lego Group. But that's part of the fun.
I think it would have to be different every day.
So that gives us back to one phrase that everybody will hear if they're working at the Lego Group is one team, one team, one team, one team. We're always working together, never in silos, always trying to solve problems, always being deep involved in what we do with each other and how we work with each other, and always focusing on the values, the mission, and the vision. So then we come back to what does it then mean to be an internal agency within this. Normally you would hire an external agency when you're doing commercials, you're doing advertising, stuff like that. And it's quite interesting to be an internal agency where you actually live all these values. So when we are working as an internal agency compared to a lot of companies that work with external agencies, we are highly dependent on partnerships with knowledgeable tech companies, different agencies that has specific things that they're really good at, because you can't know everything. What we really know and what we really truly think we're good at is our audience, it's the kids, it's the parents, it's the grandparents, it's the gift givers, it's how our toys work, it's how do you play with them, what's the big idea, what's the USBs for all of these different products. But when it comes to executing these brilliant ideas about how we can communicate with children, how we can communicate with parents, it's so vital for us to have partnerships with external agencies without being afraid that they'll take over our jobs. Because we know things that they don't know, and they know things we don't know. And if we can work together on these things and balance them out, we have got a really, really good thing that can help us with success. So, a lot of things happened. As I said, I've only been in marketing for 15 years, so just to give you an idea about the journey we've been through the last years, when we're talking about rebuilding the world, the way we do marketing, we did the first official shopper banner 10 years ago on the web. That was the first time we actually did shopper marketing. That's only 10 years ago. And that was when we officially also opened the Lego store online, e-commerce store. And when we look at it today, everything is about getting people's attention when we're talking about marketing. It's about being authentic in what you do. Somebody told me that the biggest challenge we've got with marketing and things like that, if you want to see it from a totally commercial perspective, is that kids today and youngsters today will see through your bullshit, which means you have to be authentic about what you do. You have to stay true to what you believe in, and you have to be honest about things. And you also have to be willing to accept that you sometimes make mistakes and say sorry. And that's why it's really, 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 really important for our perspective to be true to whom we are as a company, and always live up to the Lego DNA, the Lego values, the mission and the vision. But then again, the fun part of things, right? How do we actually get people's attention? We know that the mobile phones are out there. We can see them everywhere, right? I'm guessing a few of you is also right now texting or something like that, getting an email, getting something that will take your attention. Because that's how they're built, right? The products are built to keep your eyes on the screen. That's a fact how you do software today. Because then you can get all of your valuable data and stuff like that. But with all of these attention grabbers that we got everywhere and all over, how do you then create something that will take the attention of the consumer or the audience that you're looking at and actually make them pay attention? I think that somebody said a really, really, really wise thing a few years ago, said, it's just a matter of being at the right platform at the right time with the right audience in the right mindset. If you can do that, perfectly. Fine, then you can get your message across, right? But today that's not even always good enough. Sometimes we actually need to disrupt people to make something happen that they didn't think about would happen, and maybe release something that they didn't think would be something that you would be working with or doing. I think I've got a small example here of something that I truly believe is one of the best ideas ever. We launched a new product with BTS. I don't know if you know this small band from Asia, but they're pretty huge over there. And all we did was one tweet, one image, and just these quotes. That tweet was over 12 million views, almost 500,000 likes, 100,000 retweets, and over 5,000 comments. Just by one tweet, one idea, one person at the agency said, could we try that instead of just doing a normal campaign? It was a funny meeting, to be fairly honest, when marketing went, but we got this huge marketing spend and you just want to do one organic post? Yeah. Let's do something different. And that goes back to being bold about what you do and taking a huge step in ways of thinking. And actually, to be fairly honest, our web shop, the servers were overloaded afterwards, so we actually took down our website because of one tweet. But sometimes it's not just all about pushing products, right? It's also about being true and being relevant and being honest and having a bit of fun, because we are a toy company, right? So at one point, we had an idea about something that we could do on the internet with influencers. So let me just show this small video. Did you go back around here? There.
You'll never guess what I just got from the Lego Group.
The Lego Group sent me a mystery box over here.
What's going on here?
Wait, what's this?
Look at my horse is amazing. Give it a lick.
It tastes just like raisins.
Have a stroke of its mane, it turns into a plane, and then it turns back again when you tug on its winky.
Ooh, that's dirty.
Do you think so? Well, I better not show you where the lemonade is made. Sweet little
This was not on the set list.
I think you'll find that the universe pretty much covers everything.
Shut up, woman, get up my horse.
So yeah, the majestic horse. Actually, we started getting complaints that we didn't make the set a real set. But what is actually quite interesting about this exact marketing stunt is, just to give you a perspective, normally it can take from 5 to 2 years, depending on the products, to actually go from ideation to actually have a finished product on shelf. This idea came to life 20 days before April 1st, just to see what happened, just to have some fun. And there's also a hidden Easter egg in there, because you can see the red boots. That's Sonic the Hedgehog, which is a product that came out after April Fools. So just small things and hints like that and ideas like that will make you think differently about things. I think one of the keys here is also that that's not what they expect from the Lego Group. because we're always doing the right thing, we're always being honest about things. But to actually make an April Fool's set that doesn't look at all like the front of the box was something that actually made people talk a lot about the Lego Group and what we do and who we are. And I think that giving that perspective of fun on things is really, really important. And again, we are down to 5 million views, right? Estimated campaign reach of almost 10 million. And this is purely organic, online. So no paid media, no anything. It just goes viral if you have got the right idea. But of course, we do also do more bigger campaigns where it gets the full shebang on things. So if you haven't noticed, there's this new Lego Dreams coming out. Just to give you a flavor of this, this is a TV show that just started. It's on Netflix and on YouTube. Just give you the small teaser, and then we can talk about the campaign behind it afterwards and how we actually execute that one.
Whoa! OMG, we are totally sharing your dream!
This is so cool!
Wait! Get me out of here!
Cooper! Huh? Worst dream ever!
Bathroom dibs.
Teo, this is freaking awesome!
That's my new character, Z-Block.
Mateo, I need you to run some homework assignments over to your pal, Cooper. He's homesick today.
What's wrong with him? Izzy, we gotta go back to the dream world and save him.
The Lego Group presents
In our dream, he was trapped in some monster jail thing.
a new original series.
We have to find him and save him. That's the plan.
This is the weirdest dream I have ever had.
You have no idea.
Ordinary kids by day,
What's going on? Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Dream World heroes by night.
Is he a dream chaser?
Go back to wherever you came from, or else...
What, you'll draw me a mustache?
You literally made a new friend.
Z-Blob? Right on! Mr. Oswald?
What'd you expect, Mateo?
Not my science teacher.
I'll keep the engines running.
Did that monkey just talk?
I'm a chimpanzee. Thank you very much. Hang on to something! The dream world is a vast and wondrous place. We are dream chasers, and it is up to us to protect these realms from the Nightmare King.
Let me show you what real dream crafting looks like.
Unlock your imagination to unleash your power.
Oz says dream chasers help dreamers in trouble, and that's what I'm gonna do. We'll do it together, like a team.
Lego Dreams.
This is the car a secret agent drives?
No, this is the car a middle school science teacher drives.
Coming soon.
So when marketing comes with the idea about a new line like this, which was actually postponed a year just to be sure that it was fully perfected, and says that this needs to be a success, then the brain starts working, right? So the overarching idea here is, why don't we make dreams come real? So we actually want them to feel and believe that their dreams can exist for real. So we want kids to be able to co-create and create something with their imagination that can actually be real. So as you can see in the short movie, there is a lot of creatures in there. So what we actually wanted them to do is, we wanted to call out all kids around the world to go out and hunt for these dream creatures who escaped the dream realm and get them back into the dream world. So we got Z-Blob, we got Zion, and we got Kroktor. So we wanted them to come alive around the world, which means that we had billboards around the world that looked like the creatures were coming out of the billboards. And this is where I think that tech can do really well to help you with a campaign idea. So we got here in London. There's no sound on this part of things, but just have a look at this billboard and how it looks like. Why not have one in New York? And last but not least, we also had one in Tokyo. And even though we don't have any sound on, I'm super excited about how the collaboration between the animators, the people who knew the billboards, and all the other tech actually comes together to show something that is definitely not possible, but it really, really, when you're standing in the city, it looks like they're escaping. It looks so real. It's crazy. And now we just need to implement that idea everywhere, right? So you start seeing them pop up on social media, right? So when all of our customers and consumers start seeing these things around the world, then you need to go into and say, okay, what is everything about? What's the whole idea about? How do you explain it?
What? It's escaping! It's escaping! Now with some breaking news, mysterious doors are appearing across the planet, sending people bananas.
Why are they here? And what's behind them?
Science proves this is 100% a door?
It's 200% a portal to a dream world. Not now, Mom! Door dance time is time!
Houston, we have a big update! The door is opening! Something is coming out!
Yeah, bud.
Is it a cat?
It was a car with a crocodile's head.
We can confirm the creatures originate from the dream world.
Sightings are spreading across the globe.
Is it eating pizza?
They're out there, and we need your help to find them.
Start your hunt for the dream creatures at lego.com. Ask your parents before going online.
So now we've started having all of these creatures all over the world, which means that we have also got them planted different ways on the website. We've got them planted in store, we got them planted everywhere, which also means that they'll also come to life in an Ninjago series. Things like that. So we are trying to combine everything to showcase that this new Lego Dreams is something new, something bigger than everything else that we've done before. So the key takeaways from my perspective on this is, it's all about the idea. And tech can do so much for us to enhance the ideas, but if you don't have that brilliant idea, if you don't have the people who can come up with the ideas, if you don't try something new out, if you don't try something you haven't done before, then you become irrelevant. You don't evolve. So be brave, be curious, and be focused when you get an idea. Then great things will happen. that's it for me.
Jonas, we will try to do our best. Be brave, be bold, have the best idea. I love it.